now, and it's still going to be with us. I mean, lies. It's a bad thing, though. We need to keep, a stop to it.
People are different, so everybody's reason for lying varies. Somebody might lie to save a situation, someone else might lie to keep their relationship going, others might lie to save their lives. So people lie for different reasons.
Actually, people like to save a situation, but lie becomes a real lie when you like to kill. But when you like to save a life, it's not a lie.
People tell lies sometimes to get a position.
All right, so some sample views about why people lie. Of course, I'm sure everybody in this world, I'm not sure, but most people in this world have at one point told a lie. And the reason behind it, it could be so many different reasons. We heard some samples on there, but we've got the doc in the house, Dr. Angazi. Doc, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Amma?
Good.
What lie did you have to tell to get here this morning? Just tell
I
me.
didn't have to lie.
Just confess your sins, Amma.
I didn't have to. Do you know what? Have I told a lie this morning? No,
Try.
but Sandra told a lie on me.
Go on then.
She
Let's
reported
share.
me when she actually she didn't lie. She told the truth. But but we tell lies most of the time.
Yes, we do.
But why do people feel the need to lie when a lot of times though there's probably no need?
Right, okay. Can I just say that we lie for so many reasons, and I think we had that, people saying that we lie to save our relationship, we lie to all that. But I think the factor or the base that we have to look at, the fundamental reasons why people lie, is the actually lack of skills for problem solving. You know, when you lack the skill to solve your problem, you just find any way to actually come up with. And lying, it's easy. You just say, and it's a way of people trying to get people's attention, accepting them. So let's just say, okay, we go back to school. And when we were talking, I thought you were a toddler for a minute because you're just struggling with your words, weren't you?
Of course.
Okay, sorry about that. Right, okay, so kids would just lie because they want to be accepted. Let's say in the school playground, they say things. You hear people say, oh, my daddy is this, my mommy is that, they've got this car, we've got this house, just to be accepted. Same with relationship as well. You feel that your man prefers this or prefers that. People just say all sorts because they want to be accepted. And also sometimes people lie for a temporary reason. Let's say there's a bereavement or something really major, divorce or something happening at home. So, and a child is writing an exam or husband is traveled or whatever, and they don't want them to know what is actually going on at that particular time. So, how is daddy? Oh, he's fine. And maybe actually daddy's in hospital or something has happened. Okay. But the child is writing an exam. So we have that situation where people lie.
So lying to protect
somebody. To protect, exactly. Okay. And then also to prevent a situation from happening. Let's say somebody wants to go somewhere and they're in danger. If they go, something would happen. So you just find, just like maybe a child is very ill, a child who really likes school, but that they've got chicken pox or whatever. So, a parent would just say, oh, actually, do you know what? I just had a phone call from your head teacher and said school is closed down today. That's a lie, but it's just a preventative to prevent a situation that if you go, you'll be, you infect the other children as well. Okay. And then the other one is to do with confidence, self-esteem, and that. Let me just lie so that, I'm accepted by these people. Let me just lie so that they will look at me different. And that is where the who am I comes in about, problem solving. How do we solve our problems? How do we deal with that? Okay, if I say that I have another girlfriend, then she's going to leave me. If I say that I have another boyfriend, then, he's going to leave. That kind of thing. So let me just keep it for now and see how we get on. Then at some point when it's okay. But then what people don't look at is the long-term effect. You were doing these things. So if the other party, should find out that this is what is going on, then you know that you have to pay the price. And now you're living in that guilt for a very long time as well. Now, people go into employment, so I really need this job, And then clearly that you haven't got the certificate or experience or qualification for it. And you've gone and then somebody is just basically giving you their CV to actually get that job. So you go get the job, then you realize that on the job, you're just not performing at all. Now, you may think that I've got a job, I'm getting the money and all that. But what is happening? You're not actually performing. So you start having problems because your bosses would nag, everybody, your colleagues would wonder, but this person came in saying that they are ABC, but they're actually not doing anything at all. So these are the reasons that, people lie.
All right. So can you just kind of explain? I mean, I know there's different forms of lying. Most people always seem to think it's generally accepted to tell a white lie, quote unquote, which is supposed to be a little lie. But I want to kind of move it down, you know, being a psychologist, to when some people are actually pathological or psychological liars. Just explain to us what that is.
What happens is that, you know, when people start lying, and then should I say that the lie is accepted? So you start from the little white lie, and then people buy into it, and it works for you. Then you tell another one another time, and everybody's like, woo, okay. And then, you know, so gradually it becomes like, well, I need to lie my way through. It's just like you start one thing, and then it's okay. Or maybe just like, let's just say I'm just going a bit too far, but stealing. You just, you know, I just find your pen here, and I pick the pen, and nothing happens. The next time it will be your purse, and next time it will be your clothing.
So the lies get bigger.
So it gets bigger and bigger. Then they're in this web that is very difficult to come out. So you have to lie every day to actually get along, because you've already said that maybe your mom is the prime minister for blah blah blah.
Few psychological, you know, pathological lies where they'll lie about everything. But it's always a very embarrassing time because they get found out. So
exactly.
So what happens then if you're telling lies constantly and you get found out?
How much shall I say that as people keep lying and lying and lying, what happens is that they just lose touch of reality. Because as far as they're concerned, this is their life. They lie every day. Can I just bring that addictive behavior into it again? Because that is when people just think that it's okay for me to tell you that your dress is red and you have to believe that it's red. Because as far as they're concerned, you know, it's okay to lie. So when you say, why do you always lie?
Is it always for attention, or it gets past?
It gets past attention. It starts with that. Then then it just becomes them, because when they lie, they get the effect, and it becomes part of them, and they live with it every day, and it's okay. So it's just somebody to tell them that, listen, actually, this is wrong. And that is when they go into relationship, or when they have close relations, or people who can't tolerate that, then there's a problem. Why is it that you always have a problem with me? Actually, it's not because they have a problem with you, but you haven't addressed some of the issues. Because you've lied for so long, and nobody has disciplined you. Nobody has said anything about it. So it's become part of you. So you think everybody should accept you. Maybe people around you for years have accepted you, or said, we know her, she's a liar anyway. Or maybe they don't even know any better because of the environment. Then you get to an environment, people are like, actually, no. You said you're a nurse and you don't behave like a nurse. Well, I can give you an example. I'm always talking about some counselors in Ghana, in quotes. And I said, you know what, when you really, truly get closer to a counsellor, a trained counsellor who knows the field very well, even the way they speak quite slow, very, you know, they're very empathetic, and the way they behave and carry themselves, it tells you a lot that this person is a counsellor. Then you meet somebody else who starts screaming, and even in a conversation, or, you know, you have an interview or a meeting with them, and straight away I can say, this is a self-imposed one, because the training alone would tame you.
It wouldn't make you do that
loud. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, we're out of time on this, because we're finishing the show at 9:30. Lastly, can you be reformed as a liar? You know, what does it take to be reformed? You know, if you're especially a constant liar.
It's about awareness. You know, just you. Let's say somebody's watching now or listening now. It's about. So I've been lying for, you know, all this while. What can I do about it? You can't reform. Yes and no. You can't. You can try. You know, you can try, and because the whole idea is that you have a problem with how to solve problems. Problem with how to solve a problem, or how to solve your problem. So it's about looking at, okay, this is the situation. Let me come clean. And when I come clean, what would happen? You understand? So you started gradually with little things, trying to tell the truth about little things. You were supposed to be here at 8. You didn't get here at 8. Don't say that there was an accident on the way. Okay, I didn't wake up early. So bits like that, and gradually you get used to telling the truth. And then also it's important that if you realize, or you have somebody like that, try and be honest with them and let them know that, you know,
you're
listen,
lying.
Yes,
you
this
are
is
a liar.
who you are.
And
can we
stop the entrop?
Can we do something about it? So you need that kind of support. Initially it will be difficult, but I would say that don't give up, and don't give up on them. You work with them to make it happen.
All right, time is up on this, but I want to say a big thank you to Dr. Anne Gazy. We're talking about why people lie. What's the reason behind people lying? And yes, you can be reformed as a liar, as we've just been told. Of course, this is our lifestyle segment brought to you by the world's #1 tea brand, Lipton Tea. Don't go anywhere, because we've got more coming up right here on New Day.